this tutorial we're going to take you through step-by-step ways to just create this. You create student scores, you design the total score, the obtained score, the average score, minimum score, the maximum score, and we get a position, we get an aggregate. And the aggregate has to deal with choosing the first score subject and then the best two. Alright, so let's move into the tutorials. Alright, so I'm taking you through the simplest ways that you can just get this done. Very good. So we'll be looking at the total score, the obtained score, the average score, the minimum score, the maximum score, the position, and then the aggregate as well. Very good. So this is how we're going to go about it. Alright, so let me start filling the first one. Let me deal with the total scores. How many subjects? We are dealing with 9 subjects. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they are 10. So the 10, each of them is supposed to be 100%. So the 10 is going to give me 1,000. Very good. So this is going to be for all the students. So assuming I'm dealing with about 15 students, let me drag for all of them. Then I am going to obtain score. The obtained score will help me to get the scores that the students had in the exam. So equal to sum. Here I'm using the sum function. Equal to sum. Then let me come and then be picking them one after the other. It's equal to sum. So the first score, comma. I'll pick the second score, comma, third score, comma, fourth, comma, fifth, comma, sixth, comma, next, comma. Okay, then I have this, comma, and then the last one. So after getting the last one, I will close the bracket. So enter. Very good. So with this, I will double click so that I will get it for all the students. Very good. Then I want to calculate for the average. So I'm going to get the average from the scores that I have picked. So there is no need for me to go back. So I have a formula here. So let me come and copy this. Copy all. Control plus C. Copied. Enter. Okay. So average score. Let me come and then paste the formula here. The formula that I use for the obtained score, I'll paste it here, and instead of the sum, I will change it to average. Enter. Okay. So let me also double click to get it. You see, I'm getting this because there is nothing there. So assume, let me get some scores. This 45, this 67. So at least I have some scores here, so that the average and everything will work for me. Okay, because I have some scores, it is working for me. So let me keep introducing some more scores up to the last one. I have these scores. So the average scores is what I'm having. If I'm getting more, let me introduce more. So the average and everything will be changing. Accordingly for me. Okay. Very good. So let me keep working on the rest. So now I have the obtained score, the total score, the obtained score, the average score. Then let me come to the minimum score. The minimum score that a person had is what we are talking about. Okay. So the minimum score to the same thing. Let me come and then copy the same formula here, because I'm still using the same cells. Copied. Enter. Okay. Then let me come and paste it here. Control plus V. Paste. Very good. So instead of the average, I will change the average to minimum. MIN. So MIN. That is what Excel recognize. So enter. Okay, so amongst all the scores that the student had, this is going to be the minimum for this particular person is 45. So let me drag for all. So this is the minimum value. Now let me come to the maximum value. So with the maximum 2, I will come and then copy the same thing. Control plus C, enter. Then I will come and then paste it in the formula bar where I have the maximum. Control plus V. Very good. Then I need maximum, so this time I will type MAX, max. That's my maximum. Enter. Okay, so I will double click. Okay, so I have it here. Very good. So let me quickly introduce some marks so that what I'm doing will be genuine. Okay, let me give them some marks. Perfect. Now I have 4 field with scores. Very good. So I can work on the position on the aggregate. But before that, let me just freeze this part of the work so that when I want to just move through and give marks, this will remain visible. This part will remain visible. Or let me come to view. Okay, so the best place we can identify this from the view menu. So when I come to view, then I have to come and select freeze panes. This particular one, freeze panes. I will right click and then I have to freeze the first column. As you can see, the segment line just tells me that this is a part of my work that will be frozen. So I'll freeze the first column. So as I move through the rest, the first one remains unmoved. Okay, so with this, let me come and then work on my grades. Let me come and work on the grading system. Now this is the simplest way we can do this. So I have to go and create a criteria that will help me to just create the grades for myself. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I am creating a table that I will use for my grading. Ideally, I'm going to use the VLOOKUP function. Therefore, I need a table array. So let me create something here. So the first one will be scores, and then the second one should be grade for me. Very good. Then let me start inputting something. So the grade, when it gets 0, it is 9. When it gets 0, it must give you 9. Aggregate 9. Now let's examine this again. So this is the table that I'm going to use. The table that I'm going to use for my grading system. So just understand this. Where we have from 0, it means from 0 up to 34. 34 should be 9. 35 is not included. Very good. So from 35 up to 39, is 8. So from 40 to 49, 7. From 50 to 54. From 50 to 54, 6. And from 55 to 59, 5. From 60 to 69, 4. And from 70 to 79, 3. From 80 to 89, 2. And from 90 to 100 will be 1 for us. So let me just create a table for it. Let me come home and then give it all borders. Okay, so this is the array that I am going to use for my grading system. Very good. So let me start with the first one. I'm starting with French. Now let's move. We are using the VLOOKUP. Okay. So it's equal to VLOOKUP. Okay. Now because of that line, I cannot come and click here. So note the cell name of this T5. So equal to VLOOKUP cell T5, comma. So here I have to come and look for the table array. So my table array is here. So I will come and select the table. Very good. So this is my table array. Now that it is selected, I have to lock it. I have to lock it so that it becomes an absolute value. I have to lock it so that it becomes an absolute value. So I will simply press F4 to lock it. So it is locked, as you can see, from the AD7 to AE16. It is locked. It has become an absolute value. So I am done with the table array. So the lookup value is my cell T5. It's T5, this cell. Very good. And then my table array is this table. And then let me introduce my comma. So the next one is the column index, the column index number. So here we have two columns. The first one is for the scores and the second one is for the grades. So I'm not going to use the first one because the first one, being the scores, have been dealt with here. So the number should pick up from here, right here. That is the score. So now I need the grade. So if this is column 1, this is automatically column 2. If the table happened to be 3, then and the grade had its position in the third column, I would have chosen 3. But this time it is in column 2, so I will choose 2. So my column is 2. Then I will close the bracket and I'll press enter. Very good. So I am done. So look at it. So grade 65 is, score 65 is aggregate 4. 65. So you see, as I told you, from 60 to 69 is supposed to be 4. So let me come, double click to fill the rest. Very good. So 45 is 7. Is it true? 45 is 7. So from 40 to 49 is supposed to be 7. So we have 2. 87 is 2. So 87. So from 80 to 89 is 2. So the grade is calculated for me. We could have used the if function, but if you are dealing with a large range of numbers, it will just take your time. So do this and then be free. Very good. Now I'm done with the first one. So with the subsequent ones or the rest, I have to come and copy. Control plus C, copy. Control plus C, copy. Now I'm going to use them in the rest, but the only thing I will change is the cell name, the name that contains the scores. So let me come here. Okay, after you have copied, please either you use escape key or you press enter. Either than that, you mess up. So right here, I'm come to creative art. So let me come here and then Control plus V, I've pasted. So I can come and select the T5. This time I'm not using T5, so I'll select the first one and I'll click in this. So it is R5. Enter. I'll double click. Very good. Let me go to the next one. The next one, Ghanaian language. Control plus V. I'll select this T5 and I'll come and click in this. Enter. Let me come to the next one, ICT. Control plus V. I'll select T5 and I'll click in this. Enter. Double click. Then here to Control plus V. I'll select T5 and then okay, double click to autofill. I have some few ones to go. Okay, and listen, sometimes the reason why I don't paste here is that when I paste here, it will give me that particular value. But for me to just change, I can paste this here and then come and change this one. So that's why sometimes I automatically paste it here. Then let me deal with this one to Control plus V. Let me come here to change this. This one. Enter. The same thing I'll do to this place. V. I'll choose this. Enter. Let me double click to autofill. Okay, let me come and change the cell name. Oh, come on. Let me go back. Okay, T5. Then I select this, enter. Let me double click to fill. Okay, let me change, enter. Very good. So now I am done. So I want to distinguish the grade from the others, so let me just select all the grades and then give them a different color altogether so that they will project for me. Okay, so I have just dealt with the grade nicely. So I am done. I'm done. Now let me come to the position. The position. Okay, so the position to I'm going to use the rank. When I use just the rank, it will just number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I don't want it that way. I want to just choose rank. I want to choose rank. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me bring it up a bit so that my formula will look visible. So it's equal to choose rank. Choose rank. Choose rank. So this is what I want. Very good. Then let me come and then introduce my this not. Okay, let me come back and open it up a bit so that it will stop disturbing me. Choose rank. Then I can come and then choose the rank for the first one from Z5, comma. Then I'll come and choose the rest. So from Z5 to the last one. So I can just select to the last one. Very good. After that, let me lock it so that I get an absolute value. F4. If I'm locking this, So F4, it is locked. Okay. Then if that's the case, so absolute value, so descending 0. Then I will close. Then comma. Then I'm going to just introduce my ranks. It should be first, second, third, and the rest. So the first, how many students am I dealing with? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is up to 21 minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm dealing with 17 students. So first, I will close it. Second, third, fourth, let's keep doing it. If I commit a mistake, Excel will tell me. Fifth, comma, sixth, comma. So in order not to waste time, let me copy this. Control plus C. Let me come and paste. I'll be changing the number. So 6 to 7, 8, to 9, Okay, 10th, 11th, 12th. I have 4 more, so let me paste. So 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Oh, come on. 15th, 16th. Okay, let me add the 2. Maybe I'll be adding a student in the future. 17th. Okay. So now that I am done, I will have to close the brackets. I will have to close the bracket. Then I'll press enter. Very good. So the first one is chosen. The first one is 4th. So I will double click. Good. So everything is nicely done for me. Wow. I have 16 students. The last one is 16th. So 4th, 92, 92. So 4th. So I have 3 4th. So I'll not have 5th. I'll not have 6th. So assuming this is 4th, this is 5th, this is 6th, the next person should be 7th. That's why you don't see 6 in it. So 7, I have a lot of 7. I have 1 7, another 7. So the formula will just filter it nicely for me. Very good. Now the last thing that we are doing is to find the aggregate. Now with the aggregate, I have to use the sum function and then the small function. The reason being that I have to choose the first core subject, and after that I choose the best two. So let me firstly choose the first core. So let me increase this one. So it's equal to sum. Let me go and select the first core. The first one is English, so I'm choosing from the grades. C5, comma, E5, comma, G5, comma, social studies. So that one too is I5. So I am done. So let me close the bracket. Very good. So I have sum 1, 2, 3, 4. The first core subject. These ones, they are mandatory. They need to be chosen. Then I'm adding the smallest among the elective subjects. Very good. So now plus small then let me come and choose the arrow. So I'm choosing from this comma, this comma, this comma, this comma, this comma, this comma, and then the last one is French, this comma. Very good. Okay, before that we will have to okay, you let me close this. I've closed it, and then comma, I'm choosing 1 out of the 5. Then I will close it because I have 2 brackets here. Let me come and introduce one here, so that the first one will close this, and then the second one too will be closed here. Very good. So this is the first one, and then let's look at the second one. When I look through this, I will choose the smallest among the 5. Then I'm going to make another selection. I will repeat the same thing, and after that, instead of writing 1 in the second argument, I will write 2. So if that is the case, let me come and copy, Ctrl+C, and come and then paste it here. Okay, so this one will be the first one, the first smallest. After that, the second smallest will be chosen. So here will be 2. Very good. In case the two are the same, still the function will make it feasible for us. So enter. Very good. So when I entered, I have aggregate 6. Let me double click. So when I double click, I have all the grades nicely and neatly arranged here for me. So if I go down and look at it very well, you can see that the first person is having aggregate 6. Let's go and check. English is 1, Maths 1, Science 1, Social 1, Making 4. I'm choosing the best 2. So here is 1, being 5, and then BDT is 1, being 6. So if I choose this, let me change this one to 80 so that the grade will be 7. Very good. So 2. So this is the first smallest and this is the second smallest. So the grade should be ideally 7. So that's what I have here. Okay, so this is the simplest way you can just design this. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the other videos that will be uploaded. Thank you very much and stay connected.